One of the things that I'm really grateful about in English conversation sessions is how open people are, because I do get to go through thought experiments that I wouldn't otherwise go through with people. And one of the ones that we went through earlier this week was one of my students is dating someone who has been sexually abused, and they just learned about it over the weekend. So they actually were so moved by it, are still so distracted by it that they just couldn't even do English on Monday. We had to do it later in the week. But it was interesting because of how it changed their view of this person and how they just still can't get past that. And so it is interesting because what we went through was kind of how do you think that person experienced being abused, and how do you think it has changed their life then, and how do you think it affects their life now? Like, what are the emotions that these people are running through? And that's them. And then it's kind of easier to imagine that things how you, who have no involvement in that event at all, are having a hard time going through just the thought of it. So the question that I have is, what is it that, so if you feel that toward people when you learn that they have been, especially I guess people that you're in an intimate relationship with or are hoping to have one, what is it about that abuse that changes the way that you were thinking about this person? And then is that helpful for you or for them? And I don't know, that was a good conversation for us to have, obviously, so he could go through, kind of process the emotion more. But the most important conversation will be in that couple, and that conversation will be ongoing, because those are some very deep emotions. When you get into intimacy, it's deep in the brain, literally, and then it kind of spiders out through the rest of the brain. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments on how you experience that judgment and what you think, and if what you think is helpful, because again, we are in a collective subconscious. Well, I guess I don't know if I've mentioned that here. Collective subconscious, Carl Jung. We have a lot of thoughts that are conditioned, and sometimes we have to pause and think, is that helpful or not? So I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts, and I'll talk to you next time.